Great Divide Trail is literally right behind me, the trailhead for the next section. So I was feeling a bit nervous, but now I'm just feeling super stoked that we get to start tomorrow. And it's just like, this is a really amazing place. Check this out. Typical. While I've been hiking, Brian moved us out of our condo, which is amazing. I moved out, like I packed up my stuff, but he had to move us fully out because we're doing van life. So we had tenants moving in. And I'm just sitting here about to drive us to the coffee shop, and I see that he packed us he packed us this for our van life in the door. Alrighty, it's the start of section D. Right over here, we're going that way. And this chunk of the trail, I've got my wonderful husband. I didn't know what was on his back there, but it was his hat. I thought he was like shirtless. That's my husband. And we are just battening down the hatches in our van, making sure we have no food in here so we don't get any mice infestations. And we double checked with the park and they're okay with us parking it here because we have our park pass and we're hikers and we kind of have to leave it. So here's our van. Brian's doing all the strapping of all this stuff. And then we're ready to go. So I'm just sending our starting to hike for the day message, so we better get our packs back on and actually start to hike. And we're off, here we go. Kilometer 1, day 1 together, leaving our beautiful home behind and heavily loaded with food. I thought my pack would be lighter because we could share things like the tent. So far, not so much. We're 1 kilometer in. How do you feel?
Everything's feeling good so far.
So
it's just
far.
the beginning.
We're feeling good. My legs are feeling a lot more sluggish today than they were at the end of section C from 5 days of mostly sitting. And I honestly did try to sit and rest a lot, but my legs definitely are not feeling as spry as they were at that point. So it'll take a few days, I think, to get back into trail shape. Brian's got his beautiful sleek hat on. I think
Sun protection number 1.
It looks awesome. And we've got matching backpacks. Hey, I just noticed yours is like way less full than mine. What the heck? Look how fresh my new shoes are. And Brian's got some pretty new shoes.
Powered by Robinson Outdoor.
Ready?
Yeah, that's
That's the trail. And this is our route. Chit-chatting lots. And it's a nice change from the chit-chatter of my brain. And Brian's making me laugh a lot, which is nice comic relief. And I've only noticed one downside of hiking with him so far, which is I have to share my chips. But that's a very easy price to pay. It's 5:30 p.m. We just walked into the sun and it is so hot still. Like, how much do you think it is?
Oh, it's definitely 30 degrees.
30 degrees, 5:30 p.m. Just absolutely sweltering. But we're getting close to camp. I'm actually not doing super hot today, but Brian's doing great. So it's good to have him motivating me. And we're kind of finally getting into a valley near mountains and they're really nice. But here's the trail. It's varied quite a bit today. Woo!
It's hard to just see your progress on a map and kind of understand what this really means.
Yeah. It's different, hey?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm really glad I'm here.
Me too. The sun is almost setting. It's super warm. And I think we're both really ready for dinner and a really good sleep tonight. Brian is drying off his head. And he just tells me I should, but I like wearing my hat. It's my signature look now. Here's where we're camped for the night. This beautiful river. And we're having some of the goulash.
Delicious dinner.
And we have a few different items because Brian's joined me. So the pot is bigger because our meals, of course, need to be bigger. And we're carrying a few other things as well. Of course, we each need our own little spork to eat with. Titanium spork. How's your first day going?
It's a lot of fun. And it's actually really fun knowing that we're going to be on trail for so long. I feel like I can really get into the groove.
Do you guys want some? It's really good. We're in bed on day 25, our first day together. Look at how cute our sleeping bags look zipped together. Mine's white, his is blue. And I know I told you guys it was gonna be hard for me to make space for him, but it wasn't hard at all. Good morning, it's day 26. Brian and I just had breakfast and I'm back in the tent drinking my coffee, sticking to my routine for now. Brian's trying out my routine to see if he likes it. But we're both feeling pretty good, had a really nice sleep, and it was really cozy being in our 2 sleeping bags together. And we're ready to go. Ready for, how many kilometers are we doing today, Boo?
Today's 21 kilometers.
21K, so it's about 10 a.m. Starting a little bit later than we wanted, but feeling really good, and 20K shouldn't take us too long. So I said to Brian at lunch that I was like thinking it was opening up and we wouldn't have to do as much bush bashing, but it's actually gotten worse, and this is the worst bush bashing we've had since we started this section, so I just wanted to show you what it's like. So yeah, this is what we're moving through, and now we're in this beautiful open meadow, easy walking. And he emerges from the shrubs. The shrubs knocked your hat askew.
Holy cow, there we go.
This is better, eh?
Yeah, this is way better.
All right, so we made it to our first river ford. This is the Amiskwi River. All righty, go for it.
Hello.
Brian's first river ford of the trail.
Oh, nice thing is it's really warm.
It's warm. All right, it was a success. We made it across. We're drying out our shoes, eating our lunch. Look at our shoes here. What do you think of these toasts?
I'm into them.
Nice work, Ace. What do you think?
Oh, this is great. So we're stopping for a quick little video introduction of where we are, but it's just really stunning landscape to be walking around in.
And touch wood, less bushwhacking.
Don't care, 'cause you took my scars, bruises and broken heart, and numbed all the pain. Show me how to heal, and now I don't feel broken anymore.
We are on our last kilometer of the day. The light is just beautiful, and we climbed just enough to get into the subalpine, which is absolutely amazing. And Brian and I both just love the alpine environment so much, so it just brought biggest smiles to our faces.
All right, Brian on the camera here. Check out this style.
We're lying in the tent, protected from the swarming bugs, drinking our tea, looking at our maps, planning out the day for tomorrow. This is section D, and this section is a little bit rougher around the edges.
I think I've really enjoyed this one for just having the place to ourselves.
Yeah.
We haven't seen anyone in 2 days.
No. And when I was on my own, if you've been following my vlogs, you might remember not seeing people for days was really tough because you feel very isolated. But when we're together, it's really nice because we have the social connection still. And we know
Still there, still married.
Day 2 together.
Day 2. Honeymoon.
And it's our honeymoon, so we're just enjoying it.
Yeah.
Hiking with someone versus hiking alone is actually really different. And there are so many things that just like make hiking with someone it can be so much more fun, more laughter, all of that. You feel more secure just having a second person. Hurry, baby! The skeets! The skeets! Quick! Hurry! Hurry! Here we are on day 27. We finally got going at 11, so not too bad. It was noon yesterday, and we had a trail for about 1 kilometer maybe, and then we popped out onto this road. So we're thinking we might actually be hiking road for most of the day, but it feels really good to be able to do a quick pace. No bushwhacking yet.
Yeah. Nice to be able to step it out for a little bit here.
Yeah.
Ever happened to you? Here's your time to shine. Now show me what you can do. The way my hands feel on your body, the way we're dancing in the dark. With every move I make, you're falling. The way my lips feel on your body, the way we're moving in the dark.
Ready?
Ready.
Okay, let's do it.
I ain't got no time for romance, but baby, I don't want to lead you on. Not looking for something steady, not ready for that. I'm the best thing that has ever happened to you. Here's your time to shine. Now show me what you can
We arrived at camp, and we decided to camp close to the river here. It's just so stunning. There's Brian giving us water, beautiful glacier water, and if you look up the valley, you can see the glacier that the water's coming from. Like, it's just amazing. So the first thing we do is we get our meal soaking, so getting some water into our dehydrated meal. Brian's gone to get water while I'm gonna set up the tent here. So we decided to check out this beautiful bridge that the Great Divide Trail volunteers built, and we're sitting on it over top of this stream and having our final little nighttime hangout before we go to bed. It's day 28. We just woke up and hello. What do we got in those satchels?
Coffee is the most important thing.
He knows me too well. Day 28. We got going at 9:20 a.m. our earliest start yet. And we're cruising on the David Thompson Heritage Trail. So far it's a lovely single track hiking trail, and it's really nice to be not bushwhacking right now. Check out this waterfall.
What a beauty!
So much power, so stunning. Hey guys, so it just started raining, so we decided to put our pack covers on, and I just have to show you this. Brian, grab your poles. We're so cute. Look at our poles and our sacks.
Oh,
Can you tell we're a married couple, or? Look at this one. See that gnarly peak?
wow.
This is amazing.
Wow.
It's really nice to get to share it with someone, and you get to see it too. We are loving this plane. So we stopped to snap some pictures. It's just so beautiful.
So incredible here.
And we know we should be walking, but it's really fun.
So impromptu photo shoot.
We're walking through the Howes Plain, which is a floodplains. And it's just because it's this wide open plain. We're in this valley. There's literally 360 views, mountains on all sides of us. And it's just one of those moments where we're just both feeling so grateful to be out here, and that we walked ourselves here, and that because it's so remote, we have it to ourselves. It's just, I mean, it's just magical. Brian and I just forded this beautiful little stream in this incredible area, and we are definitely going slower now that we've been in this beautiful floodplain. And it's just so amazing to get to share like such a stunning place with my partner. And Brian, he understands that some places are too beautiful to walk quickly through them. And he reminds me of that. And sometimes he slows me down, but it's for good reason. And I'm so happy that we have, and that he will continue to, probably for the rest of the trip when it matters. So we just arrived at our camp not so long ago, had our first dinner. We're gonna have our second dinner.
It's a good day.
And we're drinking our tea, and our tent's behind us there, and I'll just show you what we're looking at.
We are just west of Saskatchewan River Crossing. All night it was storming. Tent held up really well, and everything stayed dry. And so we just waited inside, cooked a quick coffee in the vestibule, and now the skies are clearing up. So we're just getting ready to go here.
All right, you got this. It was a tiny bit deeper on me. Nice. Oh boy.
Oh yes.
That
was good.
that's a river ford.
Leg tape.
So because the river, the Howes River, is so fast moving and deep right beside the trail juts inland here. And yesterday we had quite a time because there wasn't really a trail. So far today there is a perceptible trail, which is nice. And we're just right beside the river here. You can see a little faint trail. Lots of shrubs in our way. But as you saw earlier, we were thigh deep in the river. So getting some water from the shrubs, not a huge deal. If I'm worried, it looks really deep here. I've lost count of how many of these fords we've done, and there was one that was up to my top of my hips, and it was super scary because it started to lift me up a little bit. Brian was right there. I'm sure it would have been fine, but it's like, whew, it's stressful, it's cold, my feet are soaked, they're cold. Okay, so we've climbed up a very small slope and we're above all the water right now, and we're both very happy about it. Might be speaking too soon because we're dropping again, but we've actually been on a pretty cruisy trail the last kilometer and a bit. So we're getting pretty excited. We think we can see where our resort is nestled in up there. So I think we're less than 10K, hey? Yeah, less than 10K until we get showers and French fries. And I'm starting to feel very excited. How are you feeling, love?
I'm really, it's good. Today was an adventurous day.
Yeah.
Nice little waterfall to reward our finish.
Whoa. We had a choice if we could ford this, and we elected not to. We're almost at the resort. Shower, French fries, and drinks.
Yeah. Great views here.
Almost done my pretzels. About to open these. Already had a burger and fries. I am hungry. Our food resupply. Brian's hard at work.
Yeah.
Emptying everything out. Airing out all of our stuff. Because we got wet on that leg. Cheers, baby.